Hey everybody, Alex here. I am doing a follow-up. This is a part 2 of my video driving to the Sonny Carter Training Center. And it's the day after Memorial Day. It's Tuesday. I had to wait. I tried Sunday when I did part 1. If you find this one, I just learned how to do really good thumbnails. So I'm going to put a good thumbnail on this one, and then you'll probably find the first one. I know I'm doing it out of order, but guys, I'm learning what I'm doing. I'm learning how to do this selfie in my car. I've never done this before. Right now I'm on Space Center Boulevard, and I'm driving to Sonny Carter Neutral Buoyancy Lab, because when I got there, if you saw part 1, I was just about there beside Ellington Field, and my camera in my phone had too many videos in it, and it shut off. And I didn't know it, and I kept talking and thought I was filming. I got home, and I was like, oh, that's nice. I just uploaded it, and I owe people part 2, and they never actually got to see the Sonny Carter Training Center. So here I am. I wanted to also tell you guys, I work part-time in the evenings. I work at a restaurant, and I don't want to work full-time anymore. I did 28 years in a full-time career in public and private companies as a director. At one point, for 6 months, as a senior vice president in a company I did not want to run. But right now, if you followed me, I'm assuming most of the subscribers that I have that are watching me right now, they subscribe to me because of my most popular video, which is my death experience. I had a near-death experience, which to me was more like a death experience because it was a long time. I drowned and I was underwater for almost an hour and a half, I think. It could have been more. But as people say, I was watching some other videos on near-death experiences, because I'm going to redo that video because I have more detail. I'm going to revise it. And I didn't include some of my background. And I get a lot of comments where people tell me to find God in Christ and things like that. And I have to explain what happened before I had my accident. So if you subscribe to me because of my near-death experience, and now you find me driving around NASA exposing, different things I'm into, my fish topics. I call it forgotten, ignored, secret, and hidden topics. So, what was I talking? Oh, at work. Last night, I'm talking to the district director. This is a corporate company, which actually delivered a pizza to space station, by the way. All right, so I'm talking with a corporate director, and he knows I was a corporate director and VP in public companies, so he has a lot of respect for me. And he comes by, and I was like, hey, he says, what's the name of your YouTube channel? And I looked at him and I said, are you any kind of flat earther or truther? And he looked and he laughed, and I got to explain some things to him. And I'm sure he's watching this video right now, because he said last night, text me when I got home, send him my channel name, and I sent him channel names of other people that cover flat earth very well, and he's going to look at those. I gave him actually DITRH, ODD Reality, and Eric Dubé's 200 Proofs. And here we are at the Ellington Field, so I don't have to pause. But I explained some things to him about, like, standing on the equator and moving it faster than the speed of sound on a spinning ball. And I explained the curvature and how we can go measure it on Nassau Bay right behind the Hilton. And his eyes, he was like, and then I showed him the face behind the space shuttle when they launched the InSat satellite of a video I just uploaded. You could see it in his eyes. He's going to see it, and because I saw it in his eyes already. So here we are. We're right next to Ellington Field. If you remember, if anybody's seen the footage of the lunar lander going up and then coming down, where allegedly it was Neil Armstrong flying this thing, and he was trying to learn how to land the lunar lander in Earth's gravity, and he couldn't do it. It tipped sideways, and he bailed out. He did the ejection seat, and he parachuted to the ground. That was on the Ellington Field property right here where I'm at. Probably about 400 or 500 yards to the left of me. This is the commercial airport terminal side of Ellington Field, and right next to me is the administration building for the Neutral Buoyancy Lab, and a building that has some other commercial businesses in it. And when I turn, you're going to see the Neutral Buoyancy Lab building behind us. I'll get over there and show it on camera. But I wanted to show you the view through this fence. Last time, actually, when I got out and my memory got full and my camera shut off, I had my hand over the camera lens, and I have to learn how to do selfies better because I blocked the view. Now, here we are. So I'm going to pull over. I'm just going to get out real quick and show you the view where these restricted area keep out signs are at. So hold on. So what we did, if you remember what I just told you about when Neil Armstrong was trying to land the lunar lander, and he, if you see, there are hangars over there. Okay, the road we just came off of is right here. That's Space Center Boulevard. You're looking at the side of the edge of the property where it's through these keep out restricted area. I'm on the fringe, but we're just looking at hangars. This is that grassy field where the lunar landing module crashed, about right there, when Neil ejected out of it and it crashed. So here we are next to there, and if you walk over here, I don't think we're going to see it. Oh, you're going to see the top of it. Okay, if you look behind me there, this used to be a building owned by Boeing, and now it's just leased out to commercial companies. I don't even think some of that building over there, you see the white building on the other side of those trees? That's the Neutral Buoyancy Lab. See that ceiling? That's actually a studio. You can make that thing pitch black and you can film in there as if it's nighttime when you're underwater, and you can show the curvature of the earth on the curved ceiling on the inside. Okay, hold on. All right, so we're back in the car. I'm driving around here in the parking lot to the commercial side of what they call the airport terminal service. They do have some flights that you can leave from Ellington Field now, commercial, like Southwest flights and things like that, and some smaller airlines, smaller planes to get to smaller towns in Texas. It's called the Houston Airport System. That's the building I'm in front of. But if you look over here where I am, let's see. I'm not going to drive around to the back of this building. Let me get out, and I'm right next to the Neutral Buoyancy Lab. The point of this video is just to show you where it's at, and I'll give the location just so you get a feel of what it looks like from the outside and how close it is to that Ellington Field space. All right, watch. This is going to be the Neutral Buoyancy Lab. Now, if you look out, that building there, there's a lot of people here today. It's the day after Memorial Day, and I'm not covering the camera lens this time. That's the Neutral Buoyancy Lab building. That's the building that they film spacewalks in. It has the pool in it. There's a lot of people there today. You never see this parking lot behind when you're driving by, but that's it. That's the Neutral Buoyancy Lab. This is the Sonny Carter Training Center. I think I've explained before, you know, they say if you were in a submarine, you could put it in space and you practice underwater, it's the same as space, but it's actually the opposite. You would want to blow up in every direction. You'd be like the Michelin Man. Your suit would be stretched out. You wouldn't even be able to move your fingers. And if anything popped at you, you would just distend and explode into a million particles in every direction in a void. So that's it. Thank you for coming to the show. This is Alex Aquarius. Thanks for coming to play. Enjoy your day. Please hit like, subscribe, and I'm going to put a link up there.